Have you ever gotten a warning that stopped you in your tracks? One that made you pause and rethink everything you were about to do? Maybe it was a phone call about a storm coming, a sudden alert that made you rush to safety, or a friend warning you about something dangerous, urging you to take immediate action. Those warnings get our attention. They make us sit up and listen. They are meant to protect us, to keep us from harm. The Holy Spirit, God's very presence in our lives, gives us warnings too, often in subtle yet powerful ways. These aren't meant to scare us, but to guide us, to protect our hearts, and to lead us on the right path, and to help us grow closer to God, fostering a deeper connection with the divine. The Bible is full of these powerful messages, each one a beacon of light in our lives. They are like a loving parent saying, "Watch out," or "Be careful," offering guidance and wisdom. In this essay, we'll dive into some of the most important warnings from the Holy Spirit, exploring their significance. We'll see what they mean and how they can guide us in our daily lives, helping us navigate through challenges. Think of this as a chance to listen closely to the voice of God, tuning in to the divine guidance offered to us, a voice that speaks wisdom and love into our lives, always there to support and guide us. See to it that no one falls short of the grace of God, and that no bitter root grows up to cause trouble and defile many. Hebrews 12:15. This verse hits hard. It's a warning about the danger of holding on to anger and bitterness. That bitter root is unforgiveness. It grows deep inside us, poisoning our thoughts and relationships. Unforgiveness hurts us more than anyone else. It keeps us stuck in the past, replaying old hurts. It steals our joy and peace. This warning from the Holy Spirit reminds us to let go of anger and bitterness, to forgive as God forgives us. Therefore, as the Holy Spirit says, today, if you hear His voice, do not harden your hearts as you did in the rebellion. Hebrews 3:7-8. This warning is about listening to God's voice. Every day, God speaks to us through His Word, through prayer, through the quiet whispers of our hearts. But sometimes we ignore Him. We get busy, distracted, or we just don't want to listen. This passage reminds us that ignoring God hardens our hearts. We become less sensitive to His voice and His leading. The good news is that every day is a new opportunity to listen, to open our Bibles and to pray, to be still and listen for His voice. Section 4. The Deception of Worldly Wealth. 1 Timothy 6:9-10. People who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap, and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge men into ruin and destruction. The pursuit of wealth can often lead to a never-ending cycle of stress and anxiety, for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. 1 Timothy 6:9-10. This verse highlights how an obsession with wealth can corrupt our morals and values. This warning is about the dangers of putting our trust in money and possessions. It cautions us against the false sense of security that material wealth can provide. It's easy to get caught up in wanting more, in chasing after wealth and status. Society often glorifies those who have an abundance of material possessions, but the Bible reminds us that true security and happiness are not found in material things. Instead, it is found in the simple, meaningful moments we share with loved ones. Money can be a tool for good. but when it becomes our master, it leads to all kinds of trouble. Using money wisely and generously can bring about positive change. This warning encourages us to find our security in God, not in our bank accounts. It calls us to place our trust in a higher power rather than in fleeting material wealth. It reminds us to be generous, to use our resources to help others, and to further God's kingdom. By doing so, we can create a more compassionate and supportive community. Section 5. The snare of sexual immorality. 1 Corinthians 6-18. Flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. 1 Corinthians 6-18. This warning is clear and direct. We live in a world saturated with sexual temptation. The internet, movies, TV shows, they often portray sex outside of God's design for marriage. The Holy Spirit urges us to flee from sexual immorality. This means running away from temptation, setting boundaries, and guarding our hearts and minds. God created sex to be a beautiful gift within the covenant of marriage. When we honor His design, we experience true intimacy and freedom. Section 6. The weight of idle words. Matthew 12-36. But I tell you that everyone will have to give account on the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken. Matthew 12-36. This warning is a powerful reminder that our words matter. Every single word we let out has the potential to impact others for better or for worse. It's easy to let careless words slip out, to gossip, to complain, or to tear others down with our speech. These moments of thoughtlessness can cause harm and create rifts in relationships. But Jesus reminds us that we will be held accountable for every word we speak. This accountability is not just a future event, but a present reality that shapes our character. This warning challenges us to use our words to build others up, to encourage, to speak truth in love. Our words can be a source of healing and strength. It's a call to be mindful of the power of our words and to use them for good. Let us strive to speak with intention, kindness, and wisdom, making a positive impact on those around us. If you found this message meaningful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Share this video with your friends and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us spread positivity together.